Okay, good, I suppose, late morning to Eagan Wildcat hockey fans watching at home or wherever you are. Eagan versus Forest Lake. Puck is down. We're moving quick. Thomas has it. Thomas took the draw, so it's like Gavs moved up to center to get things started. Thomas, Pecor, Hansen, and then Joyce and Ross back on D. Shot from Joyce to the point. That's blocked away. Hansen down below. Pecor has it. They'll bring it up the wing. Go back to the point for Joyce. Joyce off the boards. Forest Lake has it. They'll go back behind their net. Up to the wall. Ross pinches in, but Forest Lake gets out of the zone. And they'll turn and fire it all the way down. That'll be icing. So first shift, good zone time there for your Eagan Wildcats. I saw that. Vobel wins it clean. Pass back to Todd. He fumbled it at the blue line. Didn't get a shot off clean. Here's Vobel with it again. Spins it down towards Umlin. Umlin battling in the corner. Vobel also there. 2-on-2. Vobel comes out with it. Has Johnson in front. Vobel looks to go over towards Todd. Todd low. Umlin back to Todd at the point. Eagan some good looks here. Oh, Todd, that's good. You got to send that in. That guy was right in the pass path there. Todd with it back at his own blue line up towards Charlie. Charlie has it. Forest Lake guy goes down. And Todd regroups back in the Eagan zone. Splits the defenders. Todd into the zone. Vobel behind him. Todd, shot goes just wide. Will gets pushed down. Vobel and Johnson both there. Puck comes all the way into the Eagan zone where Ross retreats. Ross has it. He'll get it up towards CJ. CJ banging the stick, asking for the pass. Defensive change here for the Wildcats. And puck still in the zone. Hansen, good move to get around his guy. Second move, shot pad save. Good flash to the right pad, or left pad rather, by the Forest Lake goalie. Thomas comes on the ice and he comes flying into the zone. Forest Lake into the Eagan zone, and Hittner knocked that one away. Here comes Hansen once again. Nice move by Hansen. He has Thomas streaking down the middle. Hansen shoot, pad save. I believe that was Hittner there looking for a rebound, but the Forest Lake goalie covers. So just Coach Randall on the bench today for the Eagan Wildcats. Looks like he's got support from Drew Karsnia on one of the boards and Andrew Eddy on the other, as Sawyer Rasnan starts in net today for Eagan. Thomas down low. In a crowd, turns and fires, and that's blocked by some traffic in front. Todd pinching in at the blue line. He'll keep it deep. Thomas covers for him. And here's Hansen with it. Has Hittner in front. Shot, save. And here comes Forest Lake. 2-on-2 into the Eagan zone. Todd and Duth both back. Forward gets right around Todd. Shot, side of the net. And here comes Eagan out of the zone, just off of Thomas's stick. But he recovers and gets it up to the right wing. Vobel, back check, good job by him. He knocks it over to Todd. Todd to Duth. Duth's pass intercepted. Todd goes off on a change, and here's Joyce with it now. Joyce circles back behind Raz, up towards Vobel, good outlet pass. Vobel up towards, looks like Umlin. Umlin goes down, tries to get it in the zone. That'll be offsides on Eagan, as Pecor was in a step early. 9:06 to go. Good early pressure here by Eagan. 3 shots. Forest Lake still has not registered a shot on net. Vobel wins it back to, let's tell if that's Ross. I believe that's Ross, yep. And here comes Forest Lake into the Eagan zone. Goes to the middle, gets a good shot off. Razin fights that one off. Pecor in the corner, battling, and here comes Vobel out to center. 4 guys there for Eagan, and Forest Lake walks right in. Another shot. Raz fights that off with the glove. Pass towards Vobel at center. He carries it into the zone with some speed. Has Umland in front. Shot, glove saved by the goalie. Vobel with that quick snapshot. He got all of it, but the goalie made a nice glove save. Full change for Eagan. Thomas, Hansen, and Johnson up front. Todd and Duth back at D. Thomas in a battle along the boards. Goes back behind the net, but Forest Lake comes out with it. Pass goes through everybody all the way down to the Eagan zone, but short of icing. Duth reverses. Hansen gets put up against the board. CJ blocks that shot nicely. Todd gets down on his man, and that's going to be a trip on Todd. Vobel wins it back to Thomas. Thomas tries to reverse, but Forest Lake didn't buy it. Still in the Eagan zone. And it's knocked out by Hittner up towards Vobel. Duth over to Thomas. Thomas off the boards to Hittner, and he'll get it into the zone. Duth staying deep, or staying back, rather, on defense. And here comes Forest Lake. Drop pass. Shot fanned on it. Thomas knocks it away. Duth turns and fires it down. Blocked away nicely there by Ross. Vobel has it, and he'll skate it out. 24 seconds to go in the penalty to Todd. 6:35 to go in the period. Ross will get it out of the zone, off the boards, up towards Hittner. Hittner just backhands it into the zone. Charlie intercepts it. Here comes Vobel. Vobel, quick shot, glove saved by the goalie. Penalty to Todd is over. Both sides full strength. Pecor knocks that away. Thomas collects, and he'll carry it out to center. Eagan's got numbers if they move. Here's Thomas. Gets around a couple of guys. Backhand shot goes off the side of the net. Thomas still back behind. Over to Vobel. Vobel looks to get it to Gus. That just missed. Good job by Andy Ross to knock that away. Thomas dumps it deep, and Gus will go in on the forecheck. Forest Lake with speed into the Eagan zone, but Thomas stands him up. Shot wide, but rebound comes dangerously out in front. Thomas will just go off the boards, can't get it out. Hansen over towards Pecor. Pecor gets it up to Thomas. Thomas looks for the streaking Hansen, but off of Forest Lake all the way down. Duth with the turnover in front, and Forest Lake scores. A little tough break there for the Wildcats. Ruben just fanned on that attempt. Forest Lake comes in and they'll take advantage of the turnover, and they're up 1-0 with 4:52 to go here in the first period. Todd tries to get it out of the zone, but it goes off Forest Lake's skate. It's off Forest Lake's skate. Puck at the Forest Lake blue line. Aiden gets it in, but it comes right back out. And that'll be offsides on Eagan. Forest Lake controls the face-off. Duth stops that rush. Hansen gets around his guy. Hansen coming down the right wing. Shot. Good hard shot. That goes high and wide and comes all the way out to neutral. Todd with it at neutral. Pass over to Duth. Duth gets it up the boards towards Thomas. And Hansen shoots it in. Here's Todd with it at center. Todd carries it in. Let's get a shot off here. Todd shot, rebound to Hansen in front. Good low shot there by Todd to get that rebound. Thomas, another good low shot. Rebound goes into the corner and Forest Lake carries it out. Ruben, good job keeping that guy wide. 3:30 to go, first period. Eagan down 1-0. Shot in on Raz. Rebound. Oh, nice pad save by Razinen. Flash of that left pad kept that golden opportunity out. And Thomas shoots it all the way down on net, so no icing. And it looks like Forest Lake is going to get called for a penalty. So power play here for the Wildcats. I didn't even see what they called. I was laughing at some parental comments over here. Eagan on a power play for the next minute and 30 seconds as number 78 goes off. Vobel right in front. Won the face-off to himself, and that was just a quick save. Back to Joyce at the point. Shoot that. Shot, tip just wide. Pecor right in front. Umland also there. And Vobel has it back behind the net. Charlie comes out front, shot, fanned on it. Rebound came to Umland. Ross, nice move by him to get around one guy, but he lost possession of the puck, and it comes all the way down. Forest Lake has it in the Eagan zone. 52 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Joyce up to Umland. Umland fanned on that pass, but gets it out over towards Charlie, and that's going to go all the way down for icing. .225 to go in the first. Only 42 seconds remain on the Eagan power play. Thomas, defensive zone faceoff. Duth comes in to help. Duth off the wall towards Todd. Todd gets it up towards Johnson, banging that stick again, looking for that outlet pass. Johnson, good puck protection there. Todd pinches in, kept it in momentarily, but it snuck out. Duth turns it around, and it just hacked right back down. No icing as it went off of Duth's stick. Duth back behind Razinen, reverses it to Will, right back to Duth. And nice outlet pass, tipped by Thomas, so it goes past Johnson. And here's Todd with it once again, back to the blue line, up towards Hansen, and Hansen just tips it deep. Penalty to Forest Lake is over, and they're back at full strength. Thomas tries to work his way through some traffic in front. Puck comes back to Todd at the blue line. He'll go off the boards up towards Johnson, but it gets past him. No icing. Goalie comes all the way out and freezes it. Came all the way over to just above the goal line to freeze that puck. And there'll be an offensive zone faceoff. I know. That is weird, yeah. That's different looking. It is chilly in here today. Another penalty? It's a delay a game for freezing it, maybe? I don't know. That's weird. Eagan on the power play. I didn't see what was called. Maybe delay a game. Shot just wide. Good hard shot. Just went wide of the net. And here comes Forest Lake on a potential breakaway. Rasmussen comes all the way out to play the puck. Smart decision by Sawyer as he prevented a breakaway by doing that. Forest Lake shoots it down. Joyce getting pressured. Both of those guys go down. Thomas has it. And here comes Gavin up through center. Hansen on the left and CJ on the right. Thomas goes in, carries it around back behind the net. Couple guys in front. Thomas still circling back to Ross. Ross winds, fires, tipped by, I believe that's Johnson in front. Wide. Hansen to Johnson looking for the one-timer. But that is held by the goalie and he'll cover. 21.5 to go, first period, and 37 seconds to go in the power play. Vogel in the offensive zone faceoff. Umland has it, shot off the right pad. Vogel has it again. He'll get it back to Duth. Duth to Vogel. Vogel shoots it high. Todd comes creeping in from the defense, looking to bunt that one into the back of the net. 3 seconds to go. Out in front. Nobody there for Eagan, and Forest Lake will carry it out, and that'll end the first period. So after one, Eagan down 1-0. All right, back with you for the start of the second period. Eagan still on a power play here for 16 seconds. Vogel wins it back to Duth. Duth tries to get it up towards Hittner. Todd has it up towards Umland. He'll tip it, but no icing. All the way into the Forest Lake zone, back behind the net. Hittner in on the forecheck. Comes to the point. Todd has it. He'll just chip it deep. Umlin gives chase back behind the net. Hittner also there. Hittner and number 7 for Forest Lake get tangled up. Those two had an incident a couple weeks ago where number 7 took his skate and stomped on Hittner's back, and just an egregious, awful display of hockey. Forest Lake comes all the way down and they shoot and they score. So 2-0 Forest Lake. That shot gets past Rasnan. Egan's got to settle down here. They were carrying the play for a good chunk of that period. Shots are 11 for Eagan and only 8 for Forest Lake. Pecor with it, offensive zone. Looks to center it. Hansen's out in front. Couldn't get through traffic. Come on, dig. Gus comes out with it. Tries to get around a couple of guys. That doesn't work. Thomas intercepts. Thomas getting muscled, but he's not going to lose too many of those battles. There's Gavin with it. He'll reverse. 3 guys chasing him. We got to move the puck. Hansen has it behind the net. Looks to get it out front towards somebody, but nobody home. And here comes Forest Lake on a breakaway. In on Rasnan. Thomas pursues. Shot and a goal. 3-0 Forest Lake. Unbelievable. Eagan wins the face-off. Duth tries to shoot it down. Duth over to Todd. Todd circles around. Gets it up to CJ. CJ is going to bust that stick if he hammers it any harder. Shot up off the netting. And that goes out of play. Forest Lake wins the faceoff back behind their net. Umlin there on the pressure. Here comes Forest Lake down on Todd. Todd poke checks that away, but Forest Lake maintains possession. Back to the point. Off of Vobel, and here comes Char on a breakaway. If he can hurry. Has Hittner with him. Char tries to get it over to Hittner, and that's blocked by the defenseman. Great opportunity for Eagan, just couldn't get that pass through. And Forest Lake right back. Shot in on Raz, save, shot and a goal. Four 0 Forest Lake. Eagan, no goals on 12 shots. Forest Lake has 4 goals on 11 shots. Goalie change here for the Wildcats. Eddie comes onto the ice with 10:31 to go in the second period. Ross with possession. He'll shoot it down into the Forest Lake zone. Hittner just barely overskated that. Ross back in his zone. He fanned on the clearing attempt, and here's another chance for Forest Lake. Ross recovers nicely and blocks that pass. Hansen up the right wing. Get that pass out front. There's 2 Eagan guys. Eagan's just got to pass this puck. 2 guys streaking in front of the net. Puck comes back to Joyce at the point. Ross with it. He retreats back into the Eagan zone. pressure by a couple of Forest Lake forwards, and that clearing attempt is turned over. Forest Lake still has it down below the Eagan net. Shot wide. And Hittner gets it out of the zone. Ross back below Eddie. Loses control. Gets knocked off his stick. Thomas turns it over. And here comes Umland. Umland, nice outlet pass just past Hittner's stick. Hittner regains it. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas battling down below. Elects to turn and shoot. Forest Lake carries it now into the Eagan zone. Both D back. Joyce goes down hard into the boards. Kind of awkwardly there. I hope he's okay. Couple of Wildcats over there to check them out. Here comes Coach Randall.
Somebody should. I don't care. Williams by himself.
And it looks like Cullen is up and skating off under his own power, which is good, but he does not look very comfortable. Coach Hittner over there to help out on the bench while Randall was on the ice. So hopefully Cullen can just talk to Coach Hittner and see how he's doing, and Randall can control the bench. So hopefully Cullen's doing okay. I'll keep you posted on what we see. Shot goes high off of Duth. Rebound. Duth over to Todd. Todd looks to go rink wide. That goes off of Charlie's skate. Umland has it. Battle just inside Eagan's blue line. Vobel over to support. Pass comes dangerously out in front. That was a good second pass there by Forest Lake. Went right through the top of the crease. Shot in on Eddie and no hold. Forest Lake wins the faceoff again. Shot goes wide. Duth back behind up towards Umland. Umland to Vobel. Vobel into the zone. High slot. He gets knocked off the puck. Todd tries to pinch in, but couldn't keep it in. Umland back to cover for Todd. Shot just wide. Duth steps in front of that one, and here comes Vobel on another breakaway. Charlie in. Fake. Oh, goes for the forehand, backhand. Poke checked away by the goalie. That was a really nice poke check by the Forest Lake goalie. Here comes Forest Lake in. 3-on-2. Duth forces his man wide. Good job to disrupt that. Here's Thomas up to Vobel again. Or Umland up to Vobel. Vobel gets knocked off his stick. 7:05 to go. Second period. Still 4-0 Forest Lake. Umland up to Charlie. Or Pecor, excuse me. Pecor into the zone. Shot. Goes off traffic in front into the far corner. Here comes Forest Lake. into the Eagan zone. Looks for a centering attempt. Shot and an unbelievable save by Eddie. That was a great pass. That trailer for Forest Lake came streaking in. Really good look. One-timer, and Eddie slid from right to left to make that save. Excellent save by Eddie. Forest Lake wins it again. Back to their defenseman. Shot goes off of Hittner. Thomas has it down below the net. Hittner with it. Eagan just hemmed up in their zone. Can't really get out clean. Finally, Thomas carries it out. He'll carry it into the zone. Tough angle shot off the side of the net, but maintains possession. Eagan's got to use their defenseman here. We're carrying it around. Defenseman wide open. Hansen with it. Forest Lake has possession, and they'll try to chip it out. Hittner intercepts from his knees, gets it down low to Hansen. Backhander right on. Forest Lake gets past Hittner. They're still in their own zone, but they'll get it out to neutral ice. Shot goes off of Ross, and it deflects high and out of play. Full line change for the Wildcats. Vobel, Umland. What we got here? We're one short. One more! And here comes Gussie off the bench to join the squad. So Umland, Vobel, Pecor up front, Todd and Duth back on D. Todd rings it around the boards towards Umland. Aiden looks to get it out towards Charlie, and Gus was in early, and that'll be offsides on the Wildcats. Vobel wins it back to Todd. Todd tried. It's the second time he's tried these passes right into forwards. And that shot, thankfully Eddie fought that off, and that goes up and out of play. If you got somebody in your passing lane, you probably shouldn't send it. Johnson has it. He tries to go skate to stick. He was tangled up a little bit. And here comes Forest Lake back through neutral ice. Todd and Duth both back. Battle along the boards. It comes out, and here comes Eagan 2-on-0. Vobel in. Shot off the post. Vobel just hamstrung here. Poke check save on the first breakaway. Second one goes off the post. Forest Lake right back down into the Eagan zone. Shot goes wide. CJ tries to collect it along the boards. Vobel knocks it out to center, and Vobel carries it right back into the zone. Here comes Char again. Shot high. All the way around to Umland. Umland, backhand flip to Todd. Todd has it, gains the red line, and just chips it deep. Vobel goes off on a change. Aiden in on the forecheck. That causes Forest Lake to reverse. Henrik keeps it in at the blue line. Todd was there as well. Here's Aiden. Aiden, high slot, shot right on. Rebound out in front, but Forest Lake has it, and they'll carry it out to neutral. Shot goes off of Andy. Ross with the block. He goes back behind the net. Good outlet pass up towards Umland. Really nice pass by Ross. Went off his stick. Hansen trailing the play. Looks to get it over to CJ, but Forest Lake steps in front of that. Back and forth we go. All the way down to the Eagan zone. Shot right on. and Eddie will cover. Shots are level at 15 for both sides. Scoreboard pretty lopsided with 3:17 to go in the second period. Eagan down 4-0. Shot in on Eddie, and he'll make the easy save. Forest Lake wins another faceoff. Good job by Hittner to knock that one away. Here comes Hittner down the right wing. Hittner trying to beat his man wide. Curls back to the defenseman. Really nice play by Hittner. Back to Thomas. Shot right on. I love everything about that from Kifo on that rush. Realized he wasn't going to beat his guy wide. Curled around right back to the defenseman who was charging in for a good hard shot. And here comes Forest Lake into the Eagan zone. Todd roughs his man up along the boards. Good work by Todd. He walks away with the puck. Chips it off the boards to himself. Good work. Let's get that up. Another move by Todd. Here comes Eagan 4-on-2. Todd carries it into the zone. Tries to get around his guy. Gets it deep, and Todd gets upended. And he goes into the boards hard. Nobody covering for Todd back on D. And here comes Forest Lake now with an outlet pass. 2-on-1. Hittner and Hansen both trying to get back. Shot saved by Eddie, and he'll cover. .2:13 to go, second period. Vogel in on the faceoff. Forest Lake wins another one. Shot wide of Eddie. Thomas back at D. Pins his guy up against the boards and walks away with the puck. Nice play by Gavin. This looks like he's moved back to his familiar D spot. Looks for an outlet up to Vogel, and that just gets off his stick. CJ pursues. Good work by CJ. He'll go back to the D, but it gets over Cullen's stick. Nice to see Cullen back on the ice. Thomas up towards Umland. He'll turn and fire it in. CJ hacks at forward off of his stick. Thomas pinches in. Umland covers. Puck still deep. Eagan can't get control of it. Finally, CJ grabs it. He gets hauled down. That'll be a penalty. Forest Lake will go off on a trip. Not sure who they got. I think 71 is the one that took the penalty. They should put number 7 in the penalty box again just because. Yeah, it looks like 71 gets the penalty. Power play here for the Wildcats. Vogel, Umland, CJ up front, Thomas and Ross back on defense. Back to Ross at the point. He's got some time, space, shot high and wide. Good hard shot, but just high and wide. Thomas with it. 2 guys there for Forest Lake, only 1 for Eagan, and Forest Lake comes out of the zone easily. Rush in on Ross. Andy with a good active stick. Poke checks that away. Johnson rushes into the zone. Forest Lake tries to get it out, but can't. Ross keeps it in. Over towards Umland. And Forest Lake carries it out. And they'll shoot it all the way down, but that'll be on net. Oh, just wide. That'll be icing. .20 seconds to go in the period, 37 seconds to go in the penalty. Goblin on the faceoff wins it back towards Ross. Ross steps up. Shot blocked in front. CJ dumps number 7. Love it. Seven's complaining like he's got something to complain about. Here comes Forest Lake. Thomas shields him off, and that'll be the end of the second period. So a rough one so far for the Wildcats. Forest Lake up 4-0. Interesting.
See, that was recording at the same time.
Ah. Oh, so you're live and recording it?
In case it drops out, I usually record.
Yep. Smart.
Upload it.
Good little backup plan. Good?
Oh, I don't think I ever even.
No, it's all right. We're good. Hanson in on the face-off. He wins it back to Todd. Todd goes D to Duth. Duth up to Hanson. Nice move by Hanson to get around his guy. They'll carry it into the zone. Let's get a shot. Looks to center it. Duth with it back at the point. His shot goes high off a stick and behind the net. Hanson with an attempt. Forest Lake, full strength. Hittner down below the goal line. He gets put up against the boards. Hanson comes in to support. He gets hung up. And here comes Forest Lake out of their zone. 1-on-2. Duth and Todd both back. Shot in on Eddie. And he'll make the save. Looks like running time here. I think we only have an hour of ice, right, Chris?
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I think we only have an hour, so. Yep. 9 minutes exactly to go. Running time here, third period. Eagan wins it back to Joyce. Joyce tries to circle around and gets it up towards Umland. Puck still stuck in the Eagan zone, and here comes Vogel. Vogel down the right wing has CJ clean on the left, gets it over to him. Great pass. Shot and a save by the Forest Lake goalie. Nice pass by Vogel. Good shot there by CJ, but Forest Lake goalie made a nice save. Umland upends his man. Vogel looks to backhand it over towards Johnson, but that just couldn't connect. Here comes Joyce with it. Looks to get it up to Vogel, and he does. Charlie into the zone. Shot deflected up into the netting. Under 8 to go. Shot still even, 17 aside. Face-off win back to Pecor. Pecor to Duth. Duth swings it low. Hittner back behind the net. He gets pasted up against the boards. Hittner causes a turnover, comes out in front, but nobody there for Eagan. Duth over to Joyce. Joyce up to Hanson. He'll carry it in. Hanson down the right wing, tries to flip it over towards Pecor. Hittner with a good opportunity in front, shot just wide. And Forest Lake with a good outlet pass, they'll break it out of the zone. That's way offsides. Face-off win back to Duth. Duth over to Ross. Ross, nice pass up to Hansen. Hansen coming down the right wing. Looks to pass it. How did that stay out of the net? Forest Lake goalie made another nice save. That comes back to Duth. Duth gets hit hard at the blue line, and the puck comes out into the Eagan zone. Oh, gets right around Ross. Shot, backhander, goes wide. Eddie gets hit. There's a collision where Eddie goes down. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he just needs a minute. He'll get back up. Two guys went down, one from Eagan and one from Forest Lake. Both didn't see exactly how it happened, but good to see Eddie up. So play will continue. 5:46 to go. Running time in the third period. Thomas up to Umlin. Umlin scoops it up, and he'll get it to CJ. CJ looks for Vobel. Just past his stick. Umlin has it. Umlin over to CJ. Quick shot, a save by the Forest Lake goalie. Vobel wins the faceoff. CJ overskates it. Thomas pinches in. Vobel has it. High slot, shot right on. Forest Lake tries to come out. Thomas steps in front of his man. Todd is back. Umlin on a good back check. Todd swats that away. Gets it up and off the boards towards Vobel. And here comes Eagan 3-on-2. Vobel, Johnson, and Todd. Vobel shoots, goes wide, and comes all the way around and kept in by Thomas nicely. I thought for sure that was going to come out. Good effort by Gavin to keep that in. CJ keeps that in off his skate. And here comes Forest Lake. Gavin gets in the way of that slap shot attempt. Shot comes in on Eddie. He'll paddle that aside. Thomas has it. He looks to shoot it all the way down. That comes right out in front. Eddie has it, gets behind him, and goes in. Bouncing puck that nobody could control and get out of the zone, and it sneaks behind Eddie. 5-0. Hansen wins the faceoff, comes all the way down. Joyce pursues, and he'll shoot it over towards Duth. Duth pass gets intercepted. That's way off, thank you. Doesn't matter, 3:30 to go. 5-0 Forest Lake. Hansen in on a rush. Pecor up along the boards. Got a dig for it. Hittner back behind the net. Hittner working hard, tries to get it towards the point, but that just gets past Cullen as he'd rotated more towards the center. Cullen goes down again. Joyce goes into the boards hard once again. He's back up and moving. Gus gets it into the zone, knocks his man down, but that's offsides on the Wildcats. So Eagan pretty frustrated here, I'm sure. Face-off comes back to Ross. His pocket gets picked. And here comes Forest Lake, and they'll just chip it into the zone and let the forecheckers go to work. Thomas, backhand up towards Umlin. Umlin to Vobel. Charlie into the zone. Taken hard into the boards. Puck out at center. CJ has it. And here's Charlie, intercepts that pass. Still in the Eagan zone, or still in the offensive zone. Shot by Umland towards the net, but that's intercepted. Johnson on the puck, near circle, shot right on, rebound out in front, shot, save again. Goes back behind the net, big collision between Umland and a player. Oh, CJ pastes his man into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty for sure. Why is it in the offensive zone? What are we doing here? Refs don't even know what's going on anymore. Well, let's just get past this one. 42 seconds. We just need to let this clock run out. Hansen wins the faceoff up towards Hittner. Hittner gets tangled up. Todd pursuing the puck. Gets it back to Duth. Duth looking for an option to pass. Gets it up off the boards towards Hittner, and here comes Hansen. Hansen in on a break. Oh, shot, he fanned on it. Back to Duth. Duth tried to get it deep, but can't. And here comes Forest Lake with only 5 seconds to go. Todd rushes in. And Eddie will make the save, and that's a 5-0 victory for Forest Lake. So a rough game here for the Wildcats, as they will lose this matchup 5-0 to Forest Lake.